is measles? Measles, also known as rubella, is a highly contagious viral infection that primarily affects children but can occur in individuals of any age who have not been vaccinated or previously infected. It is caused by the measles virus, which belongs to the family Paramyxoviridae. The symptoms: when a human is suffered from the measles virus or going to be affected from the measles virus, then what are the symptoms which are going to be appear on the entire body? The initial symptoms may include the high fever, cough, runny nose, red and watery eyes. A few days after the onset of these symptoms, a rash appear. A rash is one of the most specific symptoms which are relevant to the measles virus, and the rash usually begin on the face and gradually spreads to the other parts of the body. The rash consists of flat, red spots that can merge together. You can see in this figure, there is a person who suffered from the measles virus and a very severe form of rash are going to appear on all his body. As you can see, there is a healthcare worker who are going to take the sample of this rash in order to diagnose the further infection processes. As you can see in the next slide, measles can lead to the various complications. If the measles virus is not properly treated at the time, it can lead to the various complications and the measles infection is going to be very chronic. Particularly in vulnerable individuals such as infants, pregnant women, those people with weakened immune systems, means those people who have immunodeficient or those who have the type 2 diabetes or those patients or those women who are pregnant or expecting a baby or a small babies, infants are at the high have the high ratio of getting this infection. These complications may include ear infections, pneumonia, encephalitis, swelling of the brain, and in rare cases, death can occur. The characteristics of symptoms of measles typically appear around 10 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. Means these 10 to 14 days after the exposure to the virus is the incubation days, is the infectious period when the infection are going to show symptoms and start to replication inside the human body. After that, we can analyze, we can view the anatomy of the measles virus, how the measles virus looks, and what about its genetic material. We are going to discuss these components one by one about the measles virus structure. As we all know that measles is a highly contagious viral infection, and it's caused by the measles virus. And the measles virus belongs to the family Paramoxvirus family. The virus primarily target the respiratory system, and it is transmitted through respiratory droplets when an infected person cough or sneeze. The structure of the measles virus is relevant simple, consists of the following components. First one, if we discuss this component one by one, as you can see, there is the lipid bilayer, which is one of the most outer layer, and it is also known as the lipid envelope. The outermost layer of the virus is the envelope, which is derived from the host cell membrane during the viral budding process. It contains the viral glycoproteins, including the furin and hemagglutinin proteins, which are crucial for the virus to enter and infect the host cell. As you can see, there is a furin protein and there's a hemagglutinin protein. Actually, these both are the part of the glycoproteins which helps the virus to enter into the host cells. And after that, we can see there is a nucleocapsid. Inside the envelope, there is a nucleocapsid, which is a helical structure made up of viral nucleoprotein and the viral RNA genome. The nucleocapsid protect the viral RNA and play a crucial role in viral replication and assembly. As you can see, this is the nucleocapsid in which the viral RNA are protected. And if we are going to discuss about the genetic material of the measles virus, then it is the viral RNA. The measles virus has a single stranded negative sense RNA genome. This means that the viral RNA is complementary to the viral messenger RNA and must be transcribed by the viral RNA polymerase into messenger RNA before it can be translated to produce viral proteins. As you can see, this is the different components of the viral protein. And the measles virus primarily affect the respiratory epithelium in the nasal tract and then spread through the lymphatic system, leading to the systemic infection. After incubation period of 10 to 14 days, as we discussed in previous slide, the symptom of measles typically appear, including the fever, cough, runny nose, red eyes, and a characteristic rash. After that, you can see there is a slide which are going to be represent the outbreaks of the measles, means how much the measles virus have mortality rate and how much the measles virus have the transmission rate in around the globe. So as you can see, this graph is mainly represent the time period of the 1980 to 2020, and in 1980, in the 1918, the 4 million new infection cases of measles viruses are reported, and it's a very huge rate. And there is no vaccination available at the time of the 1980s. So the infection is non-stoppable. And after towards in 1985, the infection are going to be in a decline phase. It's about 3.5 million. And after the whole mechanism, after the vaccination process and after the immunoglobulin therapies and after the different type of prevention strategies, the infection is going to be decline properly. And in the 2015 2010, the ratio of the measles virus is going to be decline. And after in the 2020, a ratio of these viral patients of the measles viral patient is going to be slightly high, about to 1 million, and then it can decrease if we taken the proper prevention strategies. If we are taking the proper dose of the vaccinations, then the measles virus is going to be decline, and this situation is going to be under control. But if we are not taken this if we are not going to be follow the SOPs, if we are not going to be taken the proper measles vaccination doses, then this condition is going to be out of control, and it is one of the most life threatening disease in all over the world. So after that, we can analyze, and after the analyzing this graph of the 1980 to 2020, we are at the stage we are come to know the mortality rate is also very high. And after that mortality rate, the transmission rate is so high. Measles virus transmission is so high, so that's why, due to its high virulence genes and due to its high pathogenicity. And after that, there is a prevention strategies. Prevention is best from the treatment. Sometimes prevention strategies is better than the treatment. So the best way to prevent measles is through vaccination. Vaccination is one of the most effective way. The measles vaccine is typically given in combination with vaccines for mumps and rubella, MMR vaccination. So the measles virus vaccination is also be given in the form of the boosters forms. So there is the measles vaccination are given in the form of the combination from the mumps and the rubella vaccinations. It is highly effective and can be used for the several decades. As we all know, that's in the rubella and mumps disease, there is also a rash going to be appear. So that's why it is important to give the vaccination in the combination form, in the combo form. It is also known as the booster in nowadays. And after that, vaccination not only protect individuals from measles but also helps to prevent the spread of the virus within the communities, assuring herd immunity. As we all know that if we stop the spread of the viruses by taking the vaccination, then the chain of the infection is also be going to be stopped. If we want to eliminate the infectious disease from our environment, then we have to break the chain of the infection. So it is very necessary in order to so it is very necessary to follow the SOPs in order to wearing masks, the hand hygiene, and the maintaining the proper social distancing, and by the taking the booster dose of the vaccination at the time when we need it. So it's a very best way to eliminate the infection from all over the community and make a safe place to live for us and for the others. That's all about the measles virus.